Um, Hello, everybody. I'm Franklin from The Big Bang. You guys might not know me. I'm pretty new to this channel. I've been on here once. Actually, I haven't been new. I've been here since October, but this is my second video on this channel. So you're probably wondering, why has the comic spot been delayed? Where is Jason? Where's Ryder? Where's any of these people? I'm making a podcast on my own. So yeah, let me introduce myself. I'm Franklin. Oh yeah, and by the way, I was supposed to do this with somebody else, but then when we finally tried to do it, he didn't want to do it. It just ended up being a fail. So yeah. So I'm Franklin. I'm 12 and I live in Chicago. My IG is Red Hood Productions. In the hood, instead of O's, it's zeros. Life is more than a series of 1 and zeros. But anyways, let's get into the recent trailers. So, Thor Ragnarok. I thought it was good. You know, the parts. So, I thought it was good how Hulk came in. That was awesome. And how all that came in. If this ends up being short, I'm sorry. But Hela in her headpiece, that also looks cool. The fight scene with Thor and Hulk and all the jokes about that. Asgard being gone, Thor's new haircut, his new helmet, all of it is really, really cool. Don't really have anything else to say. But yeah. This is probably going to be the short part. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. You're probably wondering, why are these so old? These are from like 2 weeks ago. It's a long story. I've been wanting to do this podcast for a while, and I've been really getting into it when these trailers came out. Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I forgot about that trailer. I'm sorry, guys. Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. It was good, but I felt like a lot of it was like just Rey and Luke training, which I hope is not like a lot of the movie, cause that's not gonna be no fun if it's just Rey and Luke training. Yeah, it's good to see Luke, but like not for like 80% of the whole film. So I mean that is just what I felt. So yeah, and I feel like Rey is just gonna be trained all of it in this film, and by the third one, Luke is probably gonna die in the third one, not even gonna lie. This is probably gonna be the last trilogy. I don't expecting to have a third trilogy. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good trailer. But Thor Ragnarok was definitely the best trailer out of these two. So yeah. And there's only, now we're on the theories and thoughts part. So theories and thoughts, this is probably going to be like the longest part. Yeah. Spider-Man Homecoming, did they show too much? I feel like they did. I hope that they get into more things, because in the movie, if all of like the cameos were showed in the trailer, then that's just dumb. Yeah, I mean, I really hope that they didn't do that, because I was really hyped up for this film if they showed part of the first act, the second act, and the third act. and not just like one tiny clip from like the third act, then that's not good. Unless if it's like the Power Ranger movie, because the only action was in the third act. I mean, like I said, I really hope we get more scenes with Iron Man and how he has his new suit. And where is Flash Thompson? In all of the trailers, we didn't see Flash. And it's super confusing. And it just does not make any sense. Flash, where are you? We need to find you. Yeah. I mean, Tony Revolori has been hyped up to be in this film. And like everything except for the trailers. Like, I don't know if he's gonna even have like a big part in this, cause he doesn't look like a Flash Thompson, and they know that. So they're probably gonna bring a new look at Flash, which I'm fine with, but right now we don't know what that's gonna be. Maybe that's why they're not showing him and they're showing us all that action crap. Hopefully. I really hope that. I just hope that they didn't show us the whole film. Yeah, so Thor Ragnarok. What will Loki's part be in the movie? This one I also was trying to think about. Because will he work for Hela? We saw him with the Grandmaster. Is that his name? I think that's his name. Sitting there. So is he gonna become a villain again? Or yeah, because again, one of these things where we have to wait until the film. Yeah, and it's coming out in late 2017. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I hope Loki works with Thor, because I always like that. Because we already had him as a villain in the Avengers. So, what's the point of having him as another, I'm not, what am I saying? As another villain, because that's like saying that they would use Ultron again. Like, what? That was awkward. But yeah, how much time is on this? Okay, it's almost 9 minutes. Well, it's 8 minutes 32 seconds. So Avengers Infinity War Part 1. We didn't get any new footage or trailers about this yet. So, I don't know why I didn't say that. How will Thanos be portrayed, and how will he be introduced, and will the Netflix shows integrate into Infinity War? So, how will Thanos be portrayed? I hope they do a good job of him. I hope they don't, Mandarin him or Calcius him, because he's like the main boss. I think after this, after part 2 of Avengers Infinity War, I don't really know what will happen with the MCU. Just sad, because these films are great. So yeah, I hope he's like this big menacing boss, not like Apocalypse, because Thanos is Thanos, and you can't mess him up like that, because he's Thanos. And I mean, yeah, I just really hope that they don't mess him up, because then the MCU will literally probably lose like 50% of like all of its fame and love, because that was the most hyped up character, and now it's just gone. Now there's no point. And so I really hope that they do not do that, because then that would cause the problems, and the MCU would be dead, and we would have to see the terrible DCEU movies. Which, will they get better? We don't know. I mean, I just hope that those movies get better, because if they don't, they should just stop, reboot it, and make sure that they do Supes first, then Batman, then probably Aquaman. After that would be BVS. Then after that would be Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg. And then later Green Lantern. But that's not the point here. But yeah. How will he be introduced? Hopefully with the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is coming out soon. Hopefully we'll get some info on that through Guardians of the Galaxy 2. But we don't really know. A lot of things we don't know about this. Because the trailer hasn't even came out yet, and it's a movie coming out in 2018, which is not even this year. It's coming out in May 2018. So we have time. But I mean, how will he be introduced? That's something that I don't think anybody knows really, because he can easily be introduced through the Guardians, or they could do something cool where they, like, start with like a Power Rangers kind of vibe, where they're like, where he's like sitting in space, like, or something. We don't really know what he's trying to get. Well, he's trying to get the Infinity Gems, but like, I mean, we don't really know what the whole plot is yet. I mean, this will integrate the Earth universe in what tiny portion there is of the Marvel cosmic universe. Now, a fellow member of the Big Bang network writer kind of talked about this in his videos. Check him out at Infinite Attitude. He talked about the Marvel cosmic universe. I don't know. And talking about Adam Warlock and all that. And so, yes, I think that's going to be the future of the MCU. Obviously, they can't take Fantastic Four, because they really aren't a thing anymore, and Fox owns them. And they're basically erased out of existence, which is sad. But, yeah. I mean, I just really hope that they introduce Thanos in a good way. I hope that there will be a relationship with Nebula and Gamora with Thanos, because then that's going to make more tension. And it's just going to be a better experience for us MCU fans and Geek fans. I mean, I just really hope that they don't mess this crap up, because it's like, this is like the big one, fam. Because if they mess this up, but they probably won't. Will the Netflix shows integrate into Infinity War? I mean, I really hope. I hope that Iron Fist. We see Iron Fist. Maybe even Cloak and Cloak and Dagger. Daredevil, of course. All of them. It would be awesome to see them, but literally, I think the only ones that are Daredevil, he shouldn't even be in that, because literally he's just a kung fu dude. He's worse than Batman. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to hate on him, but he's pretty useless if you're fighting Thanos. So yeah, I would love to see them integrate, but they film at completely different locations, which sucks, and it doesn't really make any sense. They both have a different feel to them, and it's just, I mean, they probably won't, but it would be cool to see them in the same universe, because as far as I know, they are in the same universe. If I'm wrong on that, then I feel dumb. Yeah. Sorry about all the mumbling and all that. I don't really know how to do a podcast. So yeah. Yeah. So Justice League. How will they bring back Superman? This is a good one, because I really want to know how they will handle Supes, because in the comics, it has to do with Superboy, and he comes out in a Kryptonian robot thing out of like the ocean or something, in his black suit. Now we know that he's gonna come back. We've seen Henry Cavill post photos and stuff. He hasn't been in the trailers, but they did hint at Lois Lane. She was in the trailer. Don't really know why. Yeah, speaking of Superman, I hope soon in like his third movie, Jonathan Kent comes. They get married in like in the second film, and then they have a kid in the third one. That would just make sense. Then if there is a fourth one, then they'll have that variation of Superboy help his father. But that's not the point. We're talking about Justice League. Yeah. So I would just think that like it'll be kind of like a Power Rangers thing. I know that I bring up Power Rangers a lot. Where Batman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, and Flash, like they're all hurt, they're all in trouble, they don't know what to do, and then just Superman just comes in his black suit. He just like comes down. He just looks like a boss. He's like, I heard you guys need help, or something like that. That would be worth however much this will cost. I don't know. So yeah, I hope they have something like that, or he like wakes up in his tomb. He's like, and he's like out of air or something. I don't know. And he just like flies out of there. And then, kind of like in the first film, where he's like homeless. He's trying to find a place to live. That part was actually kind of sad. But yeah, something like that, where he needs to find Bruce and Diana. Then he'll meet Arthur and Barry and what's Cyborg's name? Victor. I almost forgot Cyborg's name. I'm tired right now, so sorry about that. So yeah, I hope. I would rather do the thing where it just comes in, it's just like, ooh, or like, I mean, I don't know. I just hope that they don't do it in a dumb way. I hope this movie's good, and I hope this, like, not just like Barry saves the whole film, because I think he's gonna be one of the only good parts of the film. And if I haven't emphasized it enough, Barry Allen in this movie is gonna be better than Ezra Miller's Flash. I hate Ezra Miller's Flash. He sucks. He makes the most dumb. Wait, did I just say I hate Ezra Miller's Flash? No, I hate Grant Gustin's Flash. He makes the most dumbest. He's just dumb. Henry, who was supposed to do the podcast with me, we have this joke where it's like Barry Allen, the most dumbest man alive. So yeah, I mean that's just the joke we should talk about. But hopefully, that won't happen with the Flash. Talking about the Flash, or yeah, how will they handle the Flash? I don't know why I put down that question, but how will they handle the relationship between Henry Allen and Barry Allen? I hope they do something different than the TV show. Yeah. So, we saw a little clip. That's why I brought this up. And the new trailer, where like Barry's all sad and stuff, and we saw Henry Allen. And look, I don't think Barry's gonna be worrying about that more. I think he's just gonna be worrying about Batman and all that, because I think Batman is like his new dad. I think it's kind of like how Peter and Tony, I think it's gonna be like that. I mean, I hope, because they both seem that they would enjoy doing each other paws. I don't know, but yeah. I mean, I don't think they'll put much of that in the film, which is good, because they already worry about that a lot in like the first season of the Flash show. So, and I don't want them to be like that god-awful show. Well, it's not god-awful. I mean, the acting's good, but Barry just makes the most dumbest choices of all time. Anyways, so yeah, I hope that they handle that well, and they don't like make it like the main topic of the film. And we're almost done, guys. Oh my god. So bonus topic, Spider-Man PS4. Nobody's really talked about this much yet, because we haven't gotten anything for it. I really want this game. Sorry, I have to yawn, it's getting late. So yeah, Spider-Man PS4. Hopefully it's not like the other games. If it's first person, then yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'd rather it not be like, I don't want it to be like the Arkham Knight games, because then it's just gonna be just like a carbon copy of those, which that would just suck. And yeah, so If it was first person, yeah, that would be cool, but I don't know how they can handle it. Which is the problem with this game. We don't really know how they can handle this. I mean, with like Overwatch, yeah, you can just make it to a first person, and with games like GTA, you can just make it to a third person sandbox game. Well, it is kind of, it's not really a sandbox game, but it's kind of its own genre of games. Also with Watch Dogs, it could be a sandbox game and a just a normal third person game. Or like Assassin's Creed. I'm not even a big fan of those. I tried them out and I was bored. Yeah, I mean, I just hope that they don't mess this game up, because I really want this game. Because, yeah. I don't really know what to talk about, because we don't know much about this game. But I would hope to like is that we have like that he gets his symbiote suit. I just hope that they try to incorporate that in some way. Yeah.